money just to take our power back. Reincarnated.
This is why he won a Pulitzer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jerry Bees, and before you say anything, I know I'm late, okay? I know this album's been out for a while. I know the hype around it. I know I should have listened to it before. I didn't. Now we're here. Did I pick the theme of January, which is reacting to Grammy-nominated albums, so I could listen to this album? Maybe. But it is kind of sickening that this album's been out for as long as it's been out, and I haven't listened to it. I watched the Super Bowl halftime show last year, knowing I had to listen to this album, and I still didn't. Now, typically here on the channel, I'm reacting to artists, sometimes for the very first time with whatever album I'm getting into. Sometimes it's just the debut of an artist, right? So last week, we reacted to another Grammy-nominated album, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, by Hayley Williams. I knew Hayley Williams' solo work. I knew her work with Paramore. Not necessarily alien to me. The same can be said for Kendrick Lamar. This would be my 5th Kendrick Lamar album. GNX, that's what we're doing today, right? For me, my Kendrick flavorings, Good Kid, Mad City, banger. Untitled, Unmastered, his fucking best. Don't at me. To Pimp a Butterfly, arguably his best. You can at me on that one. You can at me on that one. And then Damn, right? So I'm not the biggest hip-hop guy in the world, but when a song or an album or an artist finds me, I do kind of hold it pretty close. Kendrick is one of those artists for me. It's this great mix of really sharp songwriting while still being able to bump the absolute fuck out of it at pretty much every turn. I know some of the story with this album. I know about the Drake thing, right? So, again, all that's old news. I must have been living under a rock, but hopefully a nicer rock than the one that Drake's living under right now. So, this is going to be fun, and who knows how much I will hate myself for not listening to this any sooner. But with hip-hop, I know that there are a lot of references. There's usually a lot of context that sometimes is needed to understand a song fully with whatever references they're laying out. So please do let me know anything that I'm missing down in the comments, as well as any other thoughts on my thoughts that you have as I'm reacting to this album. Click every link in my description. You want this unedited before it comes out on YouTube? Go ahead and pay me $1. I'm a cheap man, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this is it. This is GNX, not GNR. Guns N' Roses. Axl Rose is Crying Like a Baby. This is GNX, ladies and gentlemen. Kendrick Lamar, 12 songs, 44 minutes, 20 seconds. First track, Whacked Out Murals, which apparently means graffiti.
Siento aquí tu presencia.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe. But it's regular for me, yeah, that's for sure. The love and hate is definite without a cure. All this talk is bitch made, that's on my lord. I pay homage and I'll always mind my business. I made the... I never lost who I am for a rap image. There's motivation if you wonder how I did it. Yeah, nigga. Going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't. Yeah, nigga, keep your feelings out the way. Riding in my GNX with Anita Baker in the tape deck. It's gonna be a sweet love. Fuck apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Down whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo, I drew the line in decimals. Snoop posted, tailor-made, I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it, it was only right for me to let it go. Won a Super Bowl and I'm the only one congratulating. I done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific. Put that on my kids' children, we gon' see the future first. They like that big trip and I just want what I deserve. What bridge they done burned, all of them is over with. I'm doing what COVID did, they'll never get over it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank, did. And ain't no sympathy here. This shit's hilarious. It's a lot of her pens, but no power to carry it. 2025, they still moving on some scary shit. Tell them quit they job and pay the real niggas they severance. Don't insult my intelligence. I'm not just for the television. Teleport the bullets rolling, dig up all my relatives. Okay, nigga, let's settle it. These niggas been fake loyal since y'all pandering to choosers. Cat whims and them proud. The truth about to get loud. No juices out of my cup. I sober up and knock them all off. Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman that's law. I know probably gonna work for them and fuck whoever that's close to them. The niggas that coon and niggas that being groomed. Slide on both of them. You ever ate Captain Crunch and proceeded to pour water in it? Pulled over by the law. You ran dirty so you can't argue with them to make it to be a star. Bear your soul and put your heart up in it. Well, I did. Whack the murals out, but it ain't no legends if my legend ends.
I mean, that's a Kendrick song if I've ever heard one. It just is. You know, pretty simple in its production, in all of the production elements, instrumentation that we're hearing. It's leaving what we come to Kendrick Lamar for at center stage, which are the lyrics, right? And it's interesting that he brings up Nas here. So, won the Super Bowl. Nas the only one. Congratulate me. You know, I was reminded of Nas. We listened to Illmatic here on the channel several months ago. And, you know, I one of the themes, one of the flows of that album being, you know, Nas kind of making his claim to why he's like, look, I'm the best lyricist out here and I'm going to fucking prove it. And that's exactly what he does. This, you know, and that was written like earlier on in Nas's career to where we are in Kendrick's career, if I'm understanding everything correctly. Here, this is almost like a cautionary tale of you can make it to the top. You can be the guy, but you have to keep your head on a swivel still. You know, somebody whacked out my mural. So did somebody, you know, tag up a mural for Kendrick? And now here, after that, we can see all the other maybe opportunities that people are trying to take to maybe bring him down, or Kendrick is at least, you know, identifying some of the pinholes in that argument. So again, hip hop has a lot of references, a lot of context that you really need to be in the game to understand all the way. So Dar says here in the chat, context, Lil Wayne is from New Orleans. He wanted the Super Bowl. Snoop's voice is on Drake's Tailor Made. This song came out within weeks of Lil Wayne speaking up, so he wrote it quick. Yeah, and just like the way he does it, I mean, you know, keeping the rhyme scheme of a song while also making pointed references to the rap game at large, I think is not only a testament to what I think a lot of what hip-hop and rap brings from a lyricism standpoint, but Kendrick's just got, he's just got this pokey little stick, man. It's a mission statement of a song for sure. Yeah, and I did like the slower approach of the song structure itself. You know, it kind of eases us in a little bit. And I mean, 5 minutes, I mean, there is so much here, you know, but it does start off a lot slower and kind of picks up as we get into it, bringing the horns in, bringing the beat in, dropping it from time to time, whatever it is. Sets itself up as being a pretty good intro song, and maybe we'll get more into the theme that I've kind of copped here, the theme of, you know, it to stay at the top, you have to be active. You have to understand all of your pitfalls and, you know, maybe even keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, right? Whole song is a response to all the discourse after the Drake battle. I would have just, if it's that, I would have just said, I won, bitch, for 5 minutes in a row. But no, this one's good.
God knows.
Squabble up.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat.
I may have heard this without knowing it. I may have heard this one without knowing it.
Peak ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off. I get off at my feet.
What an awesome
ducks hit his turf and get cracking. Double back like a deluxe. 50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plea, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree, and it grew throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the end, though, let me know what the plan. Squabble up, 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 squabble up. Hold up, where are you from? Got kids with him, my apologies. Ghetto child, here was Blackie Mouse with the Smirnoff. Yee-haw, we outside, boy, they about to kill him off. Blacks on blacks, it's a fact, this a brick or all. Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the fuck you niggas man, don't let me know what the plan. Squabble up, 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 squabble up.
So I think the intro to this song sounded pretty familiar, but the song as it continued, never heard this one before. You know, this one's like it's just a really fun Kendrick song. This one was so much fun. All the little elements in the background, these like little I don't even want to call them artifacts, just like these little sounds that kind of come and go throughout the album, or throughout the song rather, that kind of like pan in and out of either channel. Was really digging it from a production standpoint. But this chorus, I guess you could call it, is so much fun.
Feel good, get the fuck out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the plan. Squabble.
And check that out. We have Mr. Jack Antonoff producing this. Hey, look, the music industry is a black hole. It all reaches the event horizon of Jack Antonoff at some point. It is unescapable. You will meet him. And in doing so, you will meet your end. Time will cease to exist. All laws of physics go out the window as Jack Antonoff approaches. But he cooked on this. Apparently he also wrote some of this. So as per whatever Spotify has here. Yeah, definitely not a Taylor Swift or Lorde joint here. Just a really fun, very edible Kendrick Lamar song here. All right, so I think coming up next here, we have Luther with SZA. I've heard this song many times over. This was one that I could not keep away before I listened to the album. I mean, they played it on the Super Bowl halftime show. It had been released before that. I think Kendrick should have an album of just low down R&B like love songs. I thought Love off of Damn was one of the best Kendrick songs, not only on that album, but I think it's really a top tier Kendrick song, an S tier Kendrick song. And I think Luther fits into that. Fantastic feature. SZA is another artist for me that really can't do any wrong. But let's get into it. This is Luther. Everybody's heard this, and we're going to hear it again. So more of a review than a reaction here, right?
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire, 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 fire. Hey, Roman numeral 7.
This world concrete, flowers grow. Heartache, she only do what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
This world,
If it was up to me, I wouldn't get it. Nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain.
When you ride it,
Do it slow.
slide.
Maybe you would stop, strike, close, and I'm. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it. Nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain. I'll give you everything. I just wanna see you win, wanna see you.
I might even settle down for you. I'ma show you I'm a pro. I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby.
Weekends, get it poppin' on the low.
if this world were mine.
A song of the year, song of the decade contender here. I love this song. I've always loved this song. From the first time I heard it, I loved this song. You know, outside of Mutt by Leon Thomas, right? This was another song I had heard in the past year or so, and I believe it's up against this song for a Grammy. Best hip hop performance, best R&B performance. I could be wrong. Please do let me know. Like I said, you know, I'm a little bit more ignorant to, you know, keeping my ear to the ground on what is going on in hip hop, in R&B. But like I said, when things do find me, and I like it, it's hard for me to give it up. And that's the same with any genre. I'm just saying that as an appeal to expertise for anybody who otherwise might know. Really love when Kendrick gets a little bit more intimate, a little bit more emotional, and you have the instrumentation, you have the production there to match it. And obviously, I mean, if you're doing R&B and you're with SZA, I mean, it is a match made in heaven. The Luther Vandross sample, fantastic. You know, one of the best voices, I think, of all time. You couldn't have really asked for a better collaboration and a better recipe for a hit. Okay, shows you what I know here, which is not a lot, apparently. I thought Not Like Us was on this album, and it just isn't. Now that I'm looking at the track listing here, no fear, I'm still having a pretty decent time over here. Let's get into Man at the Garden.
Twice emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all. Like mines and less enemies. Stock investments, more entities. I deserve it all. VVS's white diamonds, deserve it all. More money, more power, more freedom. Everything heaven allowed us. Bitch, I deserve it all. I deserve it all. How much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. I said I deserve it all. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. 6 miles a day, conditioning my wind. I said I deserve it all. I'm showing up as your friend, telling truths better than your next of kin. I said I deserve it all. I never asked for too much credit, seeking validation just for the aesthetics. Bitch, I deserve it all. I said all. I deserve it all. I deserve it all. Relationship with God whisper to me every time I close my eyes. He say you deserve it all. Keep these bitch niggas away from me. Keep all my blessings faithfully. Keep my essence contagious. That's okay with me. I burn this bitch down. Don't you play with me and stay with me. I'm crashing out right now. No one's safe with me. I did it with integrity and niggas still try hate on me. Just wait and see. More blood be spilling. It just paint to me. Dangerously. Nothing changed with me. Still got pain in me. Flip a coin. Want the shameless me or the famous me? How annoying does it angers me to know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe? That's the same to me. It's important. I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker.
You know, I'm trying to find the words for this, but they just can't come out. What do I think about this? Maybe
it's good shit, pal.
That's what it is. It is good shit. It is good shit. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So I actually, you know, I'm interpreting this as kind of an extension of those themes that, you know, I had kind of caught in that first track, but we're seeing it in a little bit of a different way. Allow me to argue. Now, when I said it's almost like, you know, you're at the top, but you got to keep your head on a swivel, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Whether it's people trying to take you down or you have to show and you have to show why you're on top. You have to show those reasons why. There has to be some sort of external validation, maybe for others, to show others why you're at the top. This is more of a self-talk thing. This is more of a self-validating thing here. I feel like this is Kendrick hyping himself up. He's not necessarily saying I deserve it all to others, but telling himself that he deserves it all, telling himself this is why I'm here. You know, here's all the shit that I have. Here's what I've done. I deserve it. But maybe, you know, as you have your critics, he's human. Maybe that gets to you in a certain sense. So, you know, I think a lot of the time, and I think this is probably a very tired theme or trope within hip hop where it's like, you're flexing this, you're flexing that. It comes off here a little bit, but just knowing Kendrick, I think there's another layer on top of it. The fact that the instrumentation is slower, it's a little bit more laid down. This is a song where he's deep in thought. He's a little bit more vulnerable here, I think, in the sense that, he's bringing up his family, he's bringing up his daughters, bringing up his son, and he's doing it for them, and they deserve it just as much as he does. And they didn't necessarily have to fight to get on top the same way he did, but nonetheless, they still deserve it. All the way back to his ancestors, whatever it is. He's not going to let any of this go in vain, which I think is even better to say it that way, because you might look at this and say, okay, you got all the diamonds, you got the nice cars, house on the island, beachfront houses. It might come off as, he's flexing, he's being vain. No, he's not taking anything for vain. The way I interpret this is a three-way battle between materialism, entitlement, and selflessness. Yeah. Man struggling with imposter syndrome, trying to reassure himself. That's exactly what I thought it was. I definitely think this is, he's maybe a little too proud to outright say. He's maybe self-conscious about it. He's a little worried about it, but instead he's just reaffirming those things. He's like, no, I deserve it all. That this man has no equal. This man has no equal. Hey now.
I like it. Damn. Hey now, say now, mother by my yin. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within. Send the case to all my dirties in the pen. Let the honorary walk for the win, for the win. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within. Send the case to all my dirties in the pen. Let the honorary walk for the win, for the win. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now, I done slid on a back street. Heavy on the Parmesan, everyday tax season. What the fuck you wearing, bro? It's tacky. Who is he? Free lunch, craft services. Throw your ass out this rental if I smell nervousness. Hey now, say now, let me pop my shit. Water down my wrist, I'm around my bitch. It's a green light, don't get out of bounds, I'm a blitz. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's all blue strips, nigga.
I'm way too important. I'm way too important to ever let you slide on me again.
Starting to see spaceships on Rosecrans. I sing the aliens hold hands.
Talk. I'm aggressive on the beat and real life, niggas know. Hey, I tatted up my body in the pen, level 4. Hey, I sharpened up a knife and came home to a blow. My bitch can get to tweaking like she playing with her nose. Lil' Brody bout to crash, my young niggas be on go. I'm a different type of trophy, baby girl, I'm rose gold. Me and Doc get the slide and put them in the chokehold. Bitches acting like some niggas acting like some hoes. Hey, I jumped out that bitch, ain't shit for me to call to get your chin checked. Tell him Dodie did that.
So really like the switch up halfway through the song here. I was kind of surprised. I was like, two kind of slower songs in a row. And it did end up picking back up a little bit. As far as real interpretations on this one, this might be one that has to stay with me a little bit more. I caught some things here. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within. So I'm thinking, knowing Kendrick, it has some very intelligent songwriting. Maybe he knows a little thing or two about Eastern religions. Maybe he knows a thing or two about mindfulness, about maybe some of the theories or philosophies of Buddhism. Get my peace from within. Send kites all my dirties in the pen. Obviously penitentiary there. Kites. I watched a lot of like ex-con YouTube. I fell down that rabbit hole for a while. And a kite is basically a message or like a package or something that you try to give to like one cell or another, or try to get something into the prison or something like that. Help your guys on the inside, right? So, maybe in that last song, as far as maybe, divvying up some of his riches and, some of his benefits to his family, maybe family is more of a, not necessarily in your blood. It's just the people that you keep close to you. Really liked this. I'm way too important to ever let you slide on me again. And I just love that line.
Starting to see spaceships on Rosecrans.
Maybe a little too mumbly for me as a daily driver kind of thing. But given the instrumentation, given the production here, I thought it fit in very, very well. that's just me, right? You know, I think maybe some mumble rap, and whether or not that Dottie's, maybe he's not mumble rap, it just sounds a little bit more mumbly than maybe what I'm used to, maybe more to what I'm naturally inclined to listen to. I feel like that's the same as like on the flip side for rock with like all of the like early 2000s pop punk. Where are you? Right? You know, just like that shit, just shut the fuck up. Actually, I think I hate that more than I hate mumble rapping. So this one was all right. I'm 34. I write about high school. A minor. Y'all know about that. Wouldn't it have been crazy? Because everyone went crazy over trying to strike a chord, but it's probably A minor, but it's probably F sharp. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. B flat. It just wouldn't have worked. If you've ever seen, I don't know what FD signifier is, trying to desperately like Playboy Cardi. I've wanted to react to Playboy Cardi. I've had red on the ledger, the infamous yellow legal pad. I've had Playboy Cardi. Shut the fuck up. I've had red by a whole lot of red. I've had a whole lot of red on the ledger for a really long time. It's just such a long album. Yeah, I should. Oh, you're saying FD signifier. Got you. 3-hour video explaining. Oh, wow. All right, moving on here. Reincarnated.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me. A third of me demented, cemented in pain. Juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends. I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this ice influence. Only love what I was doing. Gifted as a musician. I play guitar on the grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip. That's the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm. Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin, fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar. Never did a quaalude till I got myself around her. My daddy looked the other way, he saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Read the high respect, it was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, I got urges, but I hold them down.
But your pride has to die.
Okay, Father, show me how.
Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for.
I kept 100 institutions paid.
Okay, tell me more.
I put 100 hoods on one stage.
Okay, tell me more.
I'm trying to push peace in LA.
But you love the only thing that was prevalent. My greatest music director was you. It was colors, it was pinks, it was reds, it was blues, it was harmony and motion. I sent you down to earth cause you was broken. Rehabilitate
words for inspiration as an ideal.
So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted?
I promise that I use my gifts to bring understanding.
For heavy man, woman, and child, how much can you vow?
I vow me just to take our power back. Carnated.
This is why he won a Pulitzer. For fuck's sake. Oh my God. This one was awesome. This like holy battle that he's raging with inside of himself, and there's some mention of, well, not even some mention. It seems as though that it's really at the core of the song. This thing of lineage, this thing of passing things down, being reincarnated. Let's take it back to Michigan, 1947. My father kicked me out. Is this talking about somebody else? Another musician from like the early days of rock? Another life placed me as a black woman in the Chitlin circuit. Maybe other acts tracks that inspired him to get into music and to provide the same kind of guiding light for other people that he got from these artists. And then here, this dialogue with God. You know, I really enjoyed this whole thing of like, you fight for peace, but yeah, you still love war. It's like, well, no, I don't. It's like, well, you know, what was the whole Drake thing there, bud? He's incredibly self-conscious. And, oh, man. Song Kendrick writes about artists whom he feels connected both artistically and personally. The first is John Lee Hooker, revolutionary R&B's guitarist from Michigan. Was Billie Holiday, most likely Billie Holiday. I was going to say with reference of the Quaaludes, I know Billie Holiday, unfortunately, you know, gone well before I think her time, you know, fell into a lot of drug abuse there. And so he's admiring what everybody else had done now that he's at the top. This is becoming much more of a, like, like, you know, knowing that Not Like Us kind of helped promote this album. It's not on the album. I was expecting something, you know, a little bit more Knives Out wise, right? Like he's ready to just tear people down. He's not tearing himself down, but this is way more of a personal journey for him than anything else, which it is not entirely off base from everything from Kendrick that's happened before, but it's really in front of our face here. This is one of my favorite Kendrick tracks. This one, you can sit down and highlight and underline and, you know, notate this on a piece of paper like any good dialogue from Socrates or Plato or any of that shit. I really like this one a lot. I've heard it said that Kendrick writes at least twice as much as he releases. Can you even imagine? Well, you should. You know, you know, practice makes perfect. I need somebody to talk trash to Kendrick so he doesn't disappear for another 4 or 5 years. Hey, Kendrick, go fuck yourself. You ain't shit. Oh, no. What have I done? What have I done? I really do enjoy this part.
Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. My greatest music director was you.
And we get a couple bars of silence. And I almost felt like they put that there to remind us, like, go read your Bible, go check out what this means, then come back. Pause the video now, and then come back, right? But Isaiah 14 having to do with the fall of Lucifer. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. Didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. So there's this idea there that, you know, he was maybe fighting his own demons when he was young, and so he's looking for that redemption. He's looking for that forgiveness. How can you forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? And so he's got to look inward and maybe forgive himself. Dude, who the fuck needs a Grammy? You got a Pulitzer. You're fine. Kendrick knows himself. He's always been him. Guess he knows himself. If you catch that joke, you win. TV Off, featuring Lefty Gunplay.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational. Give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone.
Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby.
We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Nigga feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my Grammy off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
Oh, this is the meme song.
Hey. Hey.
What's that on that beat? Nope.
Monster!
Niggas said it's bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn up, we optiply metric. Nigga ran up by the Lux, and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Monster! Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my
spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary.
What a fun little time. What a fun little time. This one was just really fun. I didn't know where the whole mustard thing came from. I knew it was a Kendrick thing. I thought it was on this album, and it was. I hate mustard. Mustard sucks. Mustard shouldn't exist. Nothing that looks like mustard should smell like mustard. Nothing that smells like mustard should taste like mustard. Mustard is bad. If you're one of these gatekeepers in Chicago that says, no, dude, a hot dog's supposed to have a pickle and it's supposed to have all this other crap and then mustard on it. You can't have ketchup on a hot dog. Go fuck yourself. Ketchup, onions. Only thing that should go on a hot dog. Go fuck yourself. That's just bad. You're done with me and everybody else that I care to associate with. But here, this works fine here. Gonna have to throw it back to what will probably be my favorite lyric of all time. This is so good. The city just made it sweet. You could die, I bet it. Diabetic! That's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Diabetes. No, that is so cool. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA, yelling mustard. I'm assuming another Lil Wayne reference there, considering Lil Wayne's from New Orleans. Let me know if I am wrong. That's so dad joke. I mean, it is like a little corny, but I don't care.
city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They
Otherwise, this one was just so much fun. I was really just so involved with the beat, and then once the meme started, I kind of lost all sense of time and space. Apparently, there's some references to other songs. Shit gets crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Really love Lefty's flow on this.
Scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy.
And how's that for transformative commentary? This dude comes in, just says 4 words, and I'm like, really, really love the flow on those 4 words. Dude had 1 job, technically 4 jobs. Actually, shit gets. So he had 6 words. 6 words. It was fantastic. Wasn't the Super Bowl in New Orleans? Oh, that could have been a Super Bowl thing. Ha 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 ha. Dodger Blue.
2 a.m. she wildin'. Bitches sick, got they stomach in her comments. What school you went to? Garden or Compton? Oh, you haven't? Then shut the fuck up and keep it rap. Bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hate LA when you don't travel past the 10.
You're not from the land. I'm from the land.
Am
You're
I
not
tripping?
from the
Yes,
land.
I am. Meditate over some money I see from
This bitch, 50 on me, don't die trying and shit. You know I'm up and down when I slide in this bitch. Beamers and the jets outside in this bitch. West side, get the money, yeah, that.
Yeah, break neck. It's unanimous. High pop shit.
When I walk in, hoes better get in check. Don't take it personal. You won't be the first to know. Just might be the first to go. Just might be who's to go. Just might be.
Short, sweet. We love our town. This is what it is. This is the vibe. Obviously, a little bit of a love letter to LA here. You know, I got pretty defensive during the song, and I will explain myself. Bitch, I'm from the land. As you may or may not know, I am from Northeast Ohio, from within Cleveland, Ohio's sphere of influence, Cleveland, Ohio, and or its environs. And the shorthand for Cleveland is CLE, C-L-E 216, or the land. Bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hate LA when you don't travel past the 10. And I'm like, oh, whoa. You are not from the land, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. Bitch, I'm from the land. But then I'm thinking he's taking shots at other hip-hop artists here. This is about MGK. Bitch, I'm from the land till I die. MGK once said, I'm putting on. Now, here on the channel, I've said some less than savory words about MGK from time to time. And it's really just about his music, right? I've heard MGK is a fine guy other than picking fights with Eminem. He does come back to town around Thanksgiving and gives out free turkeys and shit, and that's nice. I'm not going to disrespect that because, you know, he'll go out to some pretty hard neighborhoods and, you know, just give out some fucking turkeys and shit, and I think that's cool. But sometimes I wish that we just had Kid Cudi to represent Cleveland on a more national basis. And, you know, we got Bone Thugs, you know, going back to like some real OGs and you know, and then some other guys, you know, Chip the Ripper, Interior Crocodile Alligator, I Drive a Chevrolet Movie Theater. But this is about Kendrick. This isn't about my Cleveland hip hop cope. This is about Kendrick. Yeah, go LA. Fuck the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani cheats. Peekaboo.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
Kendrick, what are they talking about?
What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Peekaboo, 7.62s will make them plain. Peekaboo, popping out, you better not smoke my chicken cheese. Peekaboo, let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm up the street. Peekaboo, yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Peekaboo, he on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Peekaboo, I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Peekaboo, I hit it from the back, I told her. A lamb, double pocket all that times, mister, get off on your mans. If he hand you disrespect, you better follow up with hands. Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up, I'm saying like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type damn, alley hoop me bands, I'm a slam. Jam freak bitch, I like my Mac touching yams. Pay that option around me, I'ma tell you turn it off. Heard what happened to your mans, not sorry for your loss. Should've prayed before them shooters came and nailed him to the cross. I let your boy get a pass, bitch, you lucky you saw. They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo.
I mean, it's a fun beat. It's Kendrick doing Kendrick shit. Good feature. You know, there's no stinkers on the album, but this one hasn't, you know, grabbed me by the proverbial balls like a lot of the other stuff on this album. Yeah, fun flow. You know, we get like callbacks and motifs to other songs, so obviously here. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. 7.62s will make him playing. Kobe had a game with 81 points. It was made up of 7 of one-of-a-kind shots, 6 of another kind of a shot, and 1 of a third. See, yeah, I just wouldn't know. Now, like, are there people that just know everything that he's talking about, or like, are we just getting this from Genius? Unless you know, because Dars here is the Kendrick expert here in the chat, or at least the most vocal one. So this could be an appeal to expertise, whether you're just following everything and you know, or how much is it that you actually have to go in and actually see what this shit is about. All right, Heart Part 6.
The Pro Tools and Press 3, studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. Niggas watching Warstar videos, not the SBs. Laughing at beat pump or stomach turning. I get up and proceeded to write some. There's no, was excited just to go to them label meetings. Wasn't my record deal, but still I couldn't believe it. Me and Rock inside the booth hibernating. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient. Squabbling bloods, rules, and keyways for this little thing of ours we call TDE. I watch him take some penitentiary chances, to say the least. Remember him to kill our consoles to be our refuge. He was homeless and I left home. Q said, Dot, you won't be slept on. You the nigga to bet on. Top had given us the million in the home he lived in. Hoping that we see some millions. God bless our hearts. Moose kept my name in the function that he was running. T's kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows as a hype man. Then cook up in his room till the night ends. Time flies, some carry evolve. Place my skill set as a black exec. I jog my memory knowing black hippie didn't work cause of me. Creatively I moved on with new concepts in reach. Top remember Harlem sessions, we would strategize, then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. I heart.
Use your heart and not your eyes. Baby, just relax your mind. If you got time and I got time. Yeah, yeah.
nice. One of the best ones on the album. For more than just one reason. But I think overarching here, I love when Kendrick goes a little bit more into the R&B side of things. It's exactly what this one was. Not as lovey-dovey or intimate as maybe Luther was or Love was on Damn. But I don't know why I think this kind of sound brings out the best in him. But, within this song, I think we got some of those overarching themes that I was kind of grabbing throughout the album. From how the album started, kind of keep your head on a swivel, be, very cognizant of what you have and just how easily you can, let it slip through your fingers. And then, these conversations with God of him basically having an existential crisis, and making sure that all the things that he's grabbed from artists that he's taken inspiration from, he wants others to learn from that. And that comes out very, very explicitly here. All the youngins, let me be the demonstration, how to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. If that's your family, then handle it as such. So going back to, some of his friends in the pen, in the penitentiary, keep your friends close, maybe enemies closer, but your friends, your family, your family is who you kind of make it. Don't let the socials gas you up or emotions be your crutch. Pick up the phone and bust it up before history is lost. And, this whole, going back to this idea of like the Buddha, right? And mindfulness, free your thoughts and let them fly. Use your heart and not your eyes. So I think this even kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about maybe like flexing the cars or, the chains or whatever it might be. Use your heart to kind of guide you through it. Sure, all the material benefits of getting this high up in the game are nice. Maybe use that to give back, but it definitely takes a backseat in terms of everything else. So as far as the ideas are evolving in this album, I like this. And here the perspective's a little bit more so it starts out, load up the Pro Tools, press 3, studio field with Jack in the Box and Pepsi. So this is where starts and ends. It's in the studio. It's about the art, using the art to kind of, transcend your existence here a little bit. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. From a thematic standpoint, I'm really liking how this. It's not concept, but there's overarching themes, and I think they're coming across very well and evolving as the album goes on. So that's just perfect. We got the titular track here, GNX.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it. Tell him Kendrick did it. Like, why?
On the dead ones. We're treated in the mingle like some breadcrumbs. All of my killers on go like who shed some red rum. All I think about when I see heads come. I've been celebrating our murder scene. Who was in? One and only shot and known as murder man. Catch him doing dirty. It's no other way but murder plans. I broke a heart and you the type to go and fix it.
Side doors is the hit man. You don't wanna see them doors sliding on the caravan. I know killers who was catching bodies in our one phase.
I was 13 up at Avalon, popping chains.
14, ride mini bikes with some dead friends. Hey, like it's Iraq, shooting aim, Hussein, riding with the dirty blicky, switchy, make a new flame. She said I've been a dog all my life, baking you change. True to my religion, Cuban links more than 2 chains. Tell them Hitter did it.
It's getting down to the wire. Get on my Bob to build the shit. Get down with the pliers. Been coming back to back hits. Hottest nigga ain't tired. I'm with some rock star bitches. They want Lizzie McGuire. I'm switching gears. I pop the clutch. I send a nigga up. Meal ticket. I'm pursuing it. I'm in the field for real. UCLA Bruins. They asking how I do it. How young niggas so fluent. I kept my mouth closed and I ain't never leave no witness. DOA up on the scene. Tell them Young Thread did it, nigga.
So that was the titular track, GNX. Kind of liked just the appeal for me is hearing all the features on this. So Hita J3, Young Threat, and Peso. Kind of just liked what they all kind of brought to the table because, the beat, the structure of the song was pretty simple. This is another one I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, it's on a Kendrick album. Maybe I'm missing some references here and there. this could have just been one of those things where Kendrick's like, hey, I'm trying to lift these guys up. I'm trying to get these guys a payday here. Cause I believe in what they do. I've never heard of Hitta, Young Threat, or Peso, but now I did. And that's the appeal. And going back to one of, the things I like about hip hop culture, probably the most is inclusion of features within the track title itself. Love that. I think it's good for that. It's a way to bring up, your artisanal community, for lack of a better word. Reportedly, he finished this like the day before the album dropped because he got the track late. I mean, it kind of sounds like it. Kind of is like, hey, we got a 3.5 minute loop here. Call up the boys. We got to get some work done real quick. We got SZA back. So I'm really hoping that this is another R&B song with SZA. So looking, we got Luther with SZA that, I think will probably go down as the best standalone song on the album. We had, I think, maybe some better ones in terms of the album itself and the ideas that it was trying to get across. But I think if we're just calling for single songs, Luther's the best. So Gloria, maybe this is another nod to an inspiration, another artist. We'll see what we get into here.
Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would write my wrongs in seed paper. We switch you, kiss you in back of the glass just to get a buzz with you. Some niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden and bullshitting. Remember when Granny died? You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depending.
She is an angel. She is a fucking angel.
Tell the truth, I've been getting used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger, my eyes and ears for all it is. The neighborhood that baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you, fabricate.
I bring the blessings. I gave you power. Nigga, I bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle.
Then fall right back and love the very moment that I touch you. You are spontaneous, firecracker, plus our love is dangerous. Life of passion, laughing at you lose your temper, slightly crashing, dumbing off the ill reaction. Ain't no disrespect, highly sensitive, possessed, so protect you even when it's tragic. So jealous, hate it when I hit the club to get some bitches. Wrote them off, rather see me hit the church and get religious. Who you fooling? I know what you doing, you my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sins? Loved you more when you Vegas, bitches getting marked out. They can't erase our history. They margins ain't big enough. They all led by bigotry. My woman in my right hand, my saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, cause that bitch been my pen.
Gloria, I see you see me, both see where we wrong.
And that was Gloria. Obviously, here, not about any person named Gloria, but, we had this motif of the Spanish singers at the top of some songs here. Gloria just meaning glory in Spanish. Spanish? It's called Spanish now. Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I noticed it ain't no playing with. And I'm thinking that this is like, is this about his wife? Is this, it was about somebody else? But then it was like, ain't no bitch like my bitch, because that bitch been my pen. So, and seeing some comments here in the chat, it's a love song about writing. And I wasn't necessarily looking at it like that until I saw the pen. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because the other times we've heard penitentiary. So maybe using that, it's a double entendre, but it's not using it as a double entendre because you're using it literally here. You just kind of faked me out a little bit, which just knowing Kendrick, right? You can't always take things at face value. But it's doing a lot for me because, here I am. I'm hearing an R&B song. It's, about admiration or a relationship with someone or something. The other song with SZA on here about Luther, maybe more of a straightforward kind of lovey-dovey, R&B song. His jacket in the Super Bowl said Gloria across the front. You see, I didn't even recall. He's got the Pulitzer for writing, and nobody's ever going to take that away from him, right? Nobody's ever going to take it away from him. He's one of the best songwriters, not only in hip hop, but really, I think, if you say American songwriter and greatest in the same sentence, Kendrick's in that conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Kendrick Lamar made a good record. I'm a little conflicted. Only a little conflicted because on one hand, I'm not as pulled in. The black hole of Kendrick's writing and Jack Antonoff's producing on one or two of these songs. It wasn't as strong as it's been for other Kendrick releases, right? Untitled, Unmastered, I think it's just one of my favorite albums ever. It just is. The genius of To Pimp a Butterfly, the aggression I felt a lot of the time on Damn, those things pulled me in a lot more. And then, if you talk about aggression, Good Kid, Mad City, right? But the string that you can connect between Whacked Out Murals, between Reincarnated, between Heart Part 6, you just get a really, really good glimpse into a genius songwriter's internal dialogue, his existential crises with faith, with reputation, with lineage, with succession, with success. And these aren't necessarily concepts that have been foreign to Kendrick in the past, but I think just kind of maybe vignetting them in these little songs and then, adding some songs in between, not as filler though, because, Squabble Up was fun as hell. Luther was great. I thought Dodger Blue was actually pretty goddamn good. TV Off, all these other songs. I mean, really wasn't until maybe the latter half of the album, within the last 4 songs or so, where there was a couple where I was like, well, okay, I think that was GNX and Peekaboo. Sometimes I'm really bad at remembering the song titles and how the song went at the end of these reactions. It usually helps after subsequent listens. But I mean, look, if I am able to listen to 2 songs that I don't think were very good or didn't stack up to the rest of the album, it's still a fine record, right? This is still really good. I think it has, some of the best songwriting I've seen in a while, especially out of hip hop, and that's only because it's been a while since we've listened to hip hop here on the channel. I got more R&B out of Kendrick. Like, I don't know why. I think that brings out not necessarily the best in him, but brings out a side of him that I need to see more of. I know people have been clamoring for a SZA Kendrick album, and we need it. We just do. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that it took me so long to listen to this. It's more of a time management thing on my part. Couldn't get to this when it was dropped, when it was released. But seeing as though this month reacting to Grammy-nominated albums gave me the best excuse in the world to finally get to this. I couldn't react to Grammy-nominated albums without getting to this one. I feel as though the Grammys, a lot of time, it's not about who's legitimately the best or who made the best point, but it's sometimes who's the biggest name. But this is one of those where I wouldn't be upset either way if they gave it to Kendrick here, because it's fucking Kendrick. He doesn't make bad shit. So that was my reaction to GNX, not GNR, not Guns N' Roses, GNX, by Kendrick Lamar. Please let me know your thoughts on my thoughts down in the comments below. Were there other references to things that I missed? I know a lot of the time when I react to hip-hop here on the channel, that is typically the case. Please do let me know. Do you think this should have been nominated? Do you think this should win? Do you think another album should win in its category? Would love to hear what you have to say, as well as let me know what other artists or bands or albums you want me to react to down in the comments. Click every link in my description, or I will be very perturbed and angry. But with that said, I've been Jerry Bees. You've been awesome. Take it easy.
Diggity dog. Breaking. Diggity dog. Breaking.